Hello viewers, welcome to our Facebook live session. Today we have Dr. Vaishali Lokhande, Consultant Internal Medicine at Apollo Hospitals, Navi Mumbai. Today on this live session we will be discussing on how to increase your positivity during quarantine. Welcome to our Facebook live session, Doctor.
Thank you.
So Doctor, we'll start with the first question. What are the positive or brighter side during this quarantine?
I know most of us think of it as a punishment, this quarantine or lockdown period. We are not able to do the activities that we would want to do. But I'm sure most of us are leading very busy professional lives. We have many commitments to do. Things that we could never do so far, like catching up on the books that we wanted to read always, the movies that we wanted to watch always, catching up with our loved ones, calling them up. So all this is something we could really plan and do it. The decluttering, organizing your office, your home office, your stuff at home. So I am seeing that I am having a lot of me time and we could utilize it in a very fruitful, productive way and feel good about it.
So can you explain, Doctor, what are the activities can one do to keep their body and mind active during this time?
It's important to understand that we are in the middle of a pandemic and the risk of getting infected is there. That's why the quarantine period is there. But we should be looking after our health. That should be a priority. Now the things is that we could get affected or involved because of change in our thoughts, our words and our deeds. Thoughts meaning having positive thoughts and not getting affected by negative media information or wrong information or rumors. Our words would be information related to corona which is not authentic, should not be passed forward and not discussed. Things which are not really proper, and deeds, so actions in terms of what activities we are doing physically to keep ourselves fit and the food that we are consuming. We need to focus on our body, our breath and our mind. Body in terms of the food that we eat, again, exercising and keeping ourselves in shape. We all are going to be leading very sedentary lives compared to the active ones that happened a month back. So the risk of people gaining weight, their cholesterol and sugars going haywire, especially those who are on strict diet control and who had a physical fitness regimen in place, that is quite high possibility. So we need to understand that we have to be very sensible while we are and watch what we are consuming. Regarding our mind and breath, yes, getting information in the right way, not passing on wrong information, dealing with negative thoughts at an earlier stage and avoiding things that could make our moods and spirits down should be done. For our breath, we know that this virus affects our lungs primarily. So keeping our breath strong, keeping our lungs strong, using regular breathing exercises is something I would really insist upon.
So what are the indoor activities that people can do at their home?
Okay, so we know that most of people actually are very active nowadays and people are into marathons, people are into regular gymming and fitness center stuff, but just because it's a lockdown period doesn't mean you should really get bogged down by it. There is a story of a man who ran the entire 21K marathon in his terrace, so it's not an impossible thing. People who are physically active in the gym should do, they just make a space in your veranda or in your living room, an empty space. You could do on the spot running or jogging, you could do skipping, hopping at one place, you could do squats, you could do lunges. Functional training is important to keep your core intact, because the moment you start or rather you stop exercises, the muscle memory goes down and you end up becoming flabby. But there are some activities which are pretty interesting and de-stressing. For example, gardening is something which I find is very possible with the limited resources that we have. You can't really buy equipment at this moment. So you could actually get involved in gardening. The calories burned per hour gardening is quite high and it does give you a sense of satisfaction. Those of who you have a green thumb should go for it, and actually it could be a family activity where the bonding would also increase. Other thing I would ask is decluttering. All those documents and all those shelves that you've been planning to organize for quite some time, now is the time to do it. Throw away the unnecessary stuff, organize your documents, keep them ready just in case. Also, the other thing is physical activity in terms of exercise is something I would like to talk upon a bit more. Yogasana is a very good way of keeping your body, breath and mind in shape. The asanas performed will improve your tone and posture and reflexes. The breathing method that happens, there is pranayama as a part of the yogasana, will improve your lung capacity, and meditation would keep your mind in right place and maybe avoid the negative thoughts that come with this depressing period of quarantine, if some people may want to use that word. People who are into regular gym stuff and not really fond of yoga should also look at places like a veranda or a living room which is decluttered, and you could start with skipping at one place, you could do hopping and jumping at one place, you could do squats, you could do functional training, You could just use some stuff at home and do the weights, like most people have dumbbells, or you could actually fill bottles of 2 and 3 liters and use them as weights to do your weight training. This is of course for people who have not much stuff at home. And people who are not used to exercise at all, I still will insist that they should be active in some form or the other. Doing walking around the house, being active as much as you can, and doing all the housework by yourself, like avoiding gadgetries to do the housework, is one good way of keeping yourself fit. Elderly people is one thing I should insist is those who are having knee problems, those who are having coordination issues, should be careful and avoid tripping around the house, because a fall and a fracture would spell disaster, especially in these times. Other cases may not really be able to be addressed by the medical fraternity, because the priority remains COVID and COVID related conditions. So taking good care of your activity around the house, being careful while walking, is something the elderly should look after. But nevertheless, they should be still walking as much as they can, so as to remain agile and fit and not get their sugars and cholesterol haywire.
So doctor, how do we boost our immunity?
Our immunity is very essential, as we understand, for this viral infection to be able to fight it off. Immunity is based on 3 things: the food that we consume, our inner strength, and of course our innate genetic structure. This is something which we cannot change. But the foods that we consume, if we are consuming protein rich foods and avoiding junk, avoiding fried items, avoiding alcohol and smoking, which will alter our immunity, is something I would suggest. Again, in terms of the protein sources, non-vegetarian foods are something I would not really insist upon, because the quality that will be available during this lockdown period is going to be questionable, with storage issues and transport issues. And also we understand that if you follow the Ayurvedic concept, Sattvic meals, Sattvic diet, which is the vegetarian food, will influence our mind in a positive way. Also, because it is easily digestible and easy on the stomach, you will feel lighter and agile all the time. That's one thing to understand. Second thing about immunity is people who are sleeping well will have a better immunity. Also, exercise also helps us strengthen our immunity and our muscles. And you could have food sources which are rich in vitamin C, like your citrus fruits, lemons, oranges, etc. If you're not able to get these from the stores, you could just buy vitamin C tablets from the counter and at least consume 1 per day for the next 10 to 15 days to build up immunity.
So doctor, as you rightly said, food and sleep will also help to keep our mind and body and immunity strong. Could you also explain a little bit on that?
Since we mentioned about sleep, we understand that sleep is very important, because that is the time of our day when our repair of the tissue and recovery of the body happens. The wear and tear that happens with activities is taken care of during the sleep. So a good quality sleep of 6 to 7 hours or 8 hours is must. Now, because we have all the time in the hands doesn't mean we should be sleeping off too much, because excess sleeping also will induce a state of lethargy in our body. Plus, sleeping intermittently or sleeping with media information is going to be a poor quality sleep, so we should avoid gadgets while going off to sleep. Also, people who are consuming a lot of alcohol or excitatory substances, the sleep quality will be hampered. So, avoid or refrain from those intoxicants at this crucial time. I understand this period is not very great emotionally for most of us. It is taking a toll on our health, because you're kind of feeling caged, and because there's a lot of time on hands and resources, people are actually cooking 4 square meals and they are using gourmet meals. It is not a good idea. For one thing is that if you're consuming too much of the rich stuff, you will end up gaining weight unnecessarily, which will be difficult to shed, especially with your leading sedentary lifestyle right now. Second thing is, it is going to alter and make your sugars haywire, your cholesterol haywire, the blood pressure may rise because of all the salt that you're adding in the meals. And we have to understand, with this kind of lockdown period, resources may not be really available at hand later. We may really end up with the rationing of food stuff. So it is best to lead a life of austerity in these times. You could stick to these meals once in a week. I think that should be okay, just to feel good about it. And whatever high that we get with these rich foods does not last beyond few minutes. So it is not something which should be looked at as a quick fix to tide over your depression. Please stay away from comfort food like chips and sweets during this period, because that will only add to your weight.
So how do I keep myself updated about this virus, doctor?
It's important to be informed from reliable sources, not get information from WhatsApp University about your information on COVID. We have this Arogya Setu app launched by the Government of India. You could actually download that app, install it, and register on that. You would get the latest statistics. Also, you will get information about warning symptoms. You would get information about the testing centers nearby and which places to approach in case you feel you're getting the bug, as you can call it. Also, you could go to the WHO website for information. There are doctors who are giving information on media. You could probably approach them as well, or you could see those sites for those information and refrain from getting information from YouTube videos and WhatsApp. That's my suggestion.
So, doctor, are there any parting words during this time?
It's important to understand that this is a critical period. The lockdown is extended, and this hopefully will kind of curb the virus spread, and we should be out and free in the next 3 weeks, or at least the intensity of the infection might go down, the number of cases. Meanwhile, keep your body, mind and breath in the right way. Avoid all the negative stuff in terms of the food that you're consuming, the thoughts that you're consuming, and the information that you're consuming. You could read all the things that you could be reading, stick to your hobbies, and it's important to understand that I would just say one word, practice gratitude. We're still on the right side of the fence and not the wrong one. Take care, stay safe, and maintain social distancing at all times. Thank you.
Thank you, doctor, for joining this session. Dear all, if you have any questions related to this topic or COVID, please drop in your questions in the comment box. We will address it to Dr. Vaishali. Thank you.